Welcome back. Welcome to another session of Sustainable Engineering MCN 201 Module 5 Lecture 3. Myself Rahulanar, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, SNIT Adur. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss about the methods for increasing energy efficiency of a building. So in this lecture we are going to discuss about how we can increase the energy efficiency of a building. What are the methods? Methods for increasing energy efficiency of the buildings. Energy consumption in the buildings can be categorized into two. We can categorize the energy consumption in any building into two categories or two types. First one is the direct energy consumption. Okay, during the useful life, when we live in the buildings, how can we how can we consume the energy? That is direct energy consumption. Second is energy consumed during the construction phase. When we build a building, during the construction time of the building, how can we make the building into a energy consumption building or energy consumed during the construction phase? So the methods. This is a flowchart of the buildings. What are the useful works or how the losses are happening? Energy coming into the buildings from gas, oil, electricity. The buildings is using the energy inputs, and the outputs may be useful work. The energy coming in input through the inputs like electricity, we can use it into lighting. Gas we can use into temperature. Oils we can use into cooking and other purposes. We can use into the useful work. That is the output. But what is the waste or losses are the waste, heat and leakage are the losses. This is a small pictorial representation or flow chart of the energy in the house or inside the house, or converting how the input energy into output. Methods for increasing energy efficiency of the building. Energy efficiency helps control rising energy cost, reduce environmental footprints and increase values and competitiveness of the buildings. Okay, energy efficiency which will uh, help us to reduce the rising cost of energy, or to control the rising cost of energy and reduce the environmental footprints, carbon footprints and all, increase the value and competitiveness of the buildings. The intergovernmental panels on the climate change fourth assessment report estimates that by 2020 carbon dioxide emission from the buildings energy use can be reduced by 29% at no net cost. So the report from the assessment report from the climate change panel, it is telling that the report is telling that by 2020, by this year, carbon dioxide emission from the buildings can be reduced without any net cost. So some of the energy efficient practices, we are looking into some of the energy efficient practices. First is ventilations. Ventilations for the buildings. Proper sizing, location and detailing of windows to keep the sun and wind out of the building or allow them as and when needed. Proper ventilation should be there. Like placing of the windows should be proper as the sun and wind, the light from the sun and wind, air through the wind has to come into the house and go out of the building properly. Location according to the prevailing wind directions. We have to set the buildings according to the location of the wind or direction of the wind. opening at higher levels to vent out hot waters. Hot waters to be vent out, so the opening should be on the higher levels. Adequate air exchange and maximize exploitation of daylight should be achieved. Second is bold. Light color surface walls reflect more light and heat. Proper thermal insulations and air cavities in the wall to reduce heat transmission into the buildings. Also, proper thermal insulations and air cavities should be there. Third is roof. Proper roof treatment is essential. Can provide roof shading devices. Application of the light colored paints, greens or vegetated roof, etc. So it will reduce the paints on the light colored paints, greens or vegetated roofs should reduce the heat coming inside through the roof. So fourth one is building materials. Green materials such as bamboo, recycled metals, non-toxic adhesives, reusable bricks, compressed soil blocks, and locally available and manufactured building elements should be selected for the constructions. Building orientations. In hot climates, building should be oriented to minimize the solar grains and vapors. East of the west is favored in cold climate regions to gain heat energy during the daytime. Sixth point is building forms surface to the volume ratio. Volume of the space inside the building at the need to be heated or cooled is related to the surface area of the envelope enclosing the volume considered. More compact the shape, less will be the heat gains or heat loss. Compact buildings have low UV rays. Also determine the airflow patterns around the buildings directly affect the ventilations. Seventh one, location of the water bodies. Proximity of the water bodies significantly cools the microclimate that exists near the adjoining buildings. Some energy efficient, eight practices of some energy efficient practices are landscaping. Proper landscaping direct the sun from striking and heating up the building surface. Trees provide shades during summer. In winter, they shed leaves and allow sun to heat the buildings. Trees also absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygens and prevents the soil erosions. Reducing electricity consumption. Installing energy efficient appliances for cooking, heating, lighting or cooling, etc. reduces the energy consumption. Occupies sensors which will turn off the fans, lights and other accessories by sensing the absence of occupants can be used. The water conservation. Installation of water conserving pumps fixtures will help both money and energy together with water conservation. Use of renewable energy system. Use of photovoltaic systems attached to the rooftop of the buildings and solar water heating systems will reduce the consumption of non-renewable energy sources but also produce non-harmful emissions into the ecosystem and outside. Thank you all. Thank you for hearing the lecture. See you soon in another lecture. Thank you all.